I trust you see you have dropped off lifetimes of karmic obstruction in the last 5 or 6 days, sometimes painfully, sometimes joyfully. It makes no difference. But you have been able to work through a great deal of, let us say, karmic obstructions. Perhaps you have gone far enough so that it's clear there really are no karmic obstructions. There are just opportunities to deepen the practice, to see where something might be lacking, to see perhaps where our humility needs to be deepened, where our sincerity naturally opens up even deeper. Continue, let us all continue together right up to the end, tomorrow around lunchtime, to give ourselves to this practice. It's clear, I trust, from your own experience, this is not a matter of mere willpower, barrel-assing your way, forcing your way into the enlightened gate. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It just, that's the kind of thing that becomes an apparent obstruction. To give all of ourselves is much more and much less than willful self-effort. I'm going to really, this time, this is a week, I'm really going to do it this time, even better than last time. If you haven't already, please drop the nonsense. To give all of ourselves means there's no room for such calculations. How well did I do? There's no room for that. If you're giving all of yourself, there's just that. In a very good way, 1 + 1 does not have to equal 2. In a very good way, in the depths of our practice, there is no how. I'm going to perfect this technique even more. Again, as I've said over and over, by all means, master the techniques, body, breath, and mind. By all means, do that. But don't turn it into something that will get you there. Then it just becomes itself an obstruction. You don't need to get there. You don't need to get anywhere. Just come from it. Come from it as you already are. Realize what your mind is really doing, and you're home free. Again, to give all of ourselves is much more basic, more fundamental than mere willpower. I don't know if you've realized it, but it's clear from your own experience if you see it. Willpower is powerless, useless. It's nothing. You sit there with your will trying to hold on to something, and it only takes 1 second of inattention, and it's gone. Willpower is by its very nature this. You are pushing against something. That's why we need will. It has its place in the world. You wouldn't have come here to the retreat without some degree of willpower. You had to make plans, you had to maybe drive, get on trains and so forth. Well, in a sense, there's a degree of effort involved in that. Yes, it's not just going to happen. I'm just going to sit here in my house and the retreat will come to me. Well, you all had to make efforts to come here. Yes, yes, of course. But in the practice, in the depths of our practice, that will itself is undone. To give, again, all of ourselves is from the ground up, not through mere willpower, which is just banging against the wall of yourself in one way or another. It's much more fundamental, basic than that. It is your true nature manifesting. That is not willpower. And of course, it doesn't mean, oh, well, no willpower, then I'll just sit here and kind of hang loose, huh? Maybe nobody will notice if I fall asleep. Of course, that's no better, no worse than trying to force your way into enlightenment. No. To give all of ourselves in the depths of that. There is no how, why, where, when. There doesn't need to be. You see? How, why, where, when. In a sense, these are just distractions from this. And I trust you have all tasted this for yourself. You don't need to rely on my words. Test what I say. Test what you think. Test your experience. Don't be afraid to test it. If it's real, it will just become clearer. If it's not real, you will see through it soon enough, and then you know, throw that away. But if it's real, test it all you want. Test it inside and out, upside and down. It just becomes clearer. If you're afraid to test it, it's because you're afraid you might burst a little bubble. Oh no, I want to keep it. Burst it. The sooner the better. This does not need to be burst. It doesn't need to be like blowing up a balloon made bigger or smaller. It's complete in and of itself. But you must arrive there, that is where you are, to really know it from the inside. There is no other way. There is no shortcut. There is no Satori drug. I work hard to see that you don't go through unnecessary struggles. We all have to go through some struggles. We're human beings. We have a past. We have our so-called karma and so forth. Oh, yes. We all have to go through something. But to put an end to the endless circles that we go in, the suffering that we create over and over and over by trying to escape from our suffering. This, I like to fine tune, to get rid of the unnecessary suffering, the unnecessary bad infinity, the endless circles that we go into. Cut through them, the sooner the better. Then what is left? Look and see what remains. You don't have to create stuff. You don't have to think stuff up. You don't have to contemplate koans. What remains in the depths of your practice, in the depths of your heart? At the end of the day, what is it? It's not someone else's concern. It's not what someone else wrote in a book or what someone else, including me, says. It may trigger something in you, but finally, it has to be what is in the depths of your own heart, underfoot, under your own feet. Otherwise, you will not come to a real resolution. It will not come to its own end.